Communism equals the total integrity of history. That's all communism is. It's the total integration of all history. It's the total integrity of history. It's history as it really was. Consistently. It is the essence of history itself. It is insight into the essence of history. That's all communism is. It's why is it that 10,000 years ago we were fucking living in caves? How did it lead to this? Communism is this is what my book is about, by the way, all right? And this is why, in vain, I'm writing a book. And this is kind of what I wanted to talk about as far as today's announcement is concerned. Because I feel like it's been a pretty long time since I've streamed, and I need to make it clear what's going on, what the plan is. I'm not here to promise you a date or promise you, oh, it's almost done. It's going to be done when it's done. But what I will tell you is that I'm really going to just take a big fucking gamble, which I feel is correct, but which kind of does terrify me, I'm not going to lie. Look, it's like the right wing is on the rise. The right wing is on the rise. Anti-communism is on the rise. By the way, to counter-signal us. And our enemies are gaining traction. But at the same time, I need to finish this fucking book. You know. And you know what? My ability to shoulder all of this on my own, that's come to an end as of now. You guys, and I mean this, you really, at this point, I don't give a shit what story you tell yourself. Hold the fucking line. Hold the fucking line. Hold the fucking line and be even 10 times persistent than you were before. If I'm not streaming, just understand I'm doing something very important. I'm doing something very important. And I need to finish this fucking book. And you know what that means? Infrared cannot wither away. I'm not streaming right now for money. I'm not streaming right now for gifted subs or donations. I hope you understand that. I'm streaming right now to give you this announcement because whenever I've been streaming for the past month or two, it's to keep engagement going. Why do I tweet every day? To keep engagement going. So that by the time my book is done, I won't be fucking forgotten. You understand? Because it's easy for me to get drowned out right now by all these fucking neo-Nazis and all this far-right shit. But guys, every single one of you that are fucking watching me right now, every single one of you, you need to take that globe emoji that you're fucking spamming right now, you need to hold that close to your fucking heart, because what we have in this community, what we have is something fucking special. This movement that we represent, that we have, this is something that's fucking special. And it's very easy for it to slip away and get dissolved. And it's very easy for people to start trying to tail behind these other fucking movements and forget about our own. We are communists with a capital C. We represent the raging, beating heart of humanity itself and a total integration of world history itself. This is something special here. We're not like those fucking neo-Nazis and those far-right grifting pieces of shit. Don't let this slip away, because guess what? We can easily live in a world where Lenin is forgotten. We can live in a world where Stalin is forgotten, where Marx is forgotten, where Engels is forgotten. Are we going to let their memory slip away? Are we going to let the memory of communism slip away? Are we going to let the memory of communists slip away? Are we going to let the memory of William Z. Foster and our Communist Party slip away? Because it would be really fucking easy to. It would be really fucking easy to. So are we going to let that happen? Or are we going to keep going and drilling forward our fucking message with even more persistence than before? Because let me tell you, it would be really, really fucking easy for the entire world to forget about all of this. There is nothing that guarantees that this tradition is remembered. We are more than a century out from the great October Revolution of 1917, and the memory of that revolution is almost extinct on planet Earth. Almost extinct. And its legacy is almost extinct in the minds of men. Are you going to allow the working class youth of this country to believe that the only revolutionary consciousness is neo-Nazism, is Hitlerism, is obscurantism and barbarism and ignorance? How dare you let them, how dare you let it slip past them that there's a history of not only revolutionary consciousness, but revolution itself. There's a history of this struggle, and it's called the class struggle. And it's on you to maintain its integrity. Do you know what that means, to maintain its integrity? It means to take history, to take the past and the future and the present as one thing that cannot tolerate inconsistencies, one thing that doesn't tolerate a lopsided and incomplete story. The whole truth, not part of it, not a half-truth, like the Nazis and the Jew-obsessed are giving you, because they give you half of the story. They don't give you the whole story. Hey, motherfuckers, your story needs to explain to me who Lenin was, who the Bolsheviks were, and how they won. And when you fucking say that they were Jewish and they were Wall Street bankers, you're lying, and we know it's a fucking lie. So why are you lying? Why is the truth so powerful that you need to fucking lie about it? When you tell me that Stalin and the Soviet state were built by mass murderers you're lying. You're lying. So why do you have to lie? Because the truth will fucking burn you. It will burn the fucking flesh off your bones. This is so powerful. It's the fucking truth of 1,000 suns is what it is. And that's why you have to fucking lie about it. Are we going to let them continue to lie? Are we going to let people forget? How many of you see a future past 2036? Because I don't. All of this shit that's happening right now, let's make it a chapter in our story. Let's make this a chapter in the story of how 2036 came to pass. Don't fucking let it slip away, because it's not going to just fucking happen by itself. I promise you. It's not just going to fucking happen by itself. Let me tell you guys what. Start informally getting organized now. Now start doing it. I've told you this before. Now. All of you who live near each other. Get to know each other. All of you that are going to be in this organization, start organizing now. Don't wait for the organization to launch. Do it now. Don't wait for me. You understand? Don't wait for me. Don't wait for me. Start now. What Haas is doing, you're going to see it. You will see it. But don't fucking wait for me. Don't let me be your excuse. I'm working really hard. You need to work too. This year, let me tell you something, guys. This year, let me tell you this to you, 500 people. This year will be ours. This is going to be our fucking year. It's going to be our year. No one believes us, by the way. And everyone will laugh at us if we say this. But I'm telling you, this year will be our year. But it's not going to be our year if you just spend it all waiting for me. I do these streams to remind you. You understand? I am your commander. You know what that means? It means when you're behind enemy lines, I'm not going to be there for you. You need to make it work yourself. You need to operate like a partisan operates. Behind enemy lines. You need to improvise, motherfucker. I'm not going to hold your hand throughout the whole way. And God forbid, anything can happen to me. Anything can happen to me. That's no fucking excuse for all of this to disappear. I promise you it's not. Don't make me your excuse. Don't make me your excuse. I've always had something to say. Since I started out, I need to get this book out. I need to get this fucking book out. And why do I need to get it? So there can be no excuse. So I can make an objective contribution to the history of Marxism-Leninism, however small. So I can put into words, so I can put out there why I'm here, what I'm actually trying to say. Because, guys, here's the truth. My enemies have discredited me. That's the truth. My enemies have discredited me, specifically on the left. They have. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. They have. They've completely mischaracterized and misconstrued everything about who I am and what I represent and why I'm fucking here. And there was no way to stop them. This is a numbers game. You don't have the clout, you don't have the fucking voice. Period. You don't have the numbers, you don't fucking matter. That's the truth. With this book, no one who inquires into the matter could make an excuse. Why I'm here and exactly what I've been trying to say will be unambiguous. Let me tell you guys the truth, all right? Just being a communist with a capital C and actually believing in it. I'm not talking about being a social democrat. I'm not talking about being an academic Marxist. I'm not talking about being an apologist for communist states. I'm talking about actually believing in Marxism-Leninism as true. That alone is something that discredits you. Remember, the first guy to do that was Jason Unruh on the internet. So keep that in mind. Keep that. When you do that, you're automatically a clown. Hakeem is not a Marxist-Leninist in his presentation. Hakeem is an apologist. He's not actually a Marxist-Leninist who straight up will tell his audience that, yes, Marxism-Leninism is true. This is the total integration of history as a form of absolute knowledge, yada, yada. He will never say that. He will never actually say this is true, that dialectical materialism is true. And there's a reason for that. And guys, I want you to understand something. I've done a lot of silly things throughout my streaming career, most of which was intentional. And I never deigned to take myself seriously because the sad truth is that in the West, communism has been a fucking joke. And had I started out my streaming career pretending to be this extremely serious, self-serious person without a sense of humor, I would be lying to you. I'd be speaking to you from a position of pretension that I couldn't afford, that I didn't have, and that we don't have. So yes, I've done a lot of silly things. Okay? But there is a serious message that I do have, and all of my enemies have done everything within their power to bury that message. To just discredit me by pointing at the things I do, mostly intentionally, by the way, that are silly, like I did in this very stream, and say, oh, this person has nothing of consequence to say. Look how silly they are. They never understood the point. I'm a clown, sure, but I'm here to be a clown who reflects on you, what you are. I'm here to show you what you are. I'm here to show you the objective truth of what you are. You, the one who's observing me and judging me, this is what you are. You're the fucking clown. You're the fucking clown because you call yourself a fucking communist and you've had nothing to fucking show for it for decades. Fuck you! You serious person? What are you fucking serious for? Because in universities, people take you seriously? All the political defeats, all the fucking defeats among the masses that you've tolerated, sustained, and even facilitated. But you're so fucking happy about yourself because in some universities, people respect you. I've said this before. Our situation is a joke. We've tried our best to reverse a lot of that. It's a fucking joke. It's a joke when these people are coming out and saying that Jackson is the first person that needs to be liquidated. Really? Really? Jackson? Really? You fucking retard? You're a cancer is what you fucking are. And I'm gonna fucking remove you. If it's the last thing, you're gonna have to kill me to stop me. I'm not stopping. Trust me, I can't stop. I don't have an alternative. I'm not saying I don't have an alternative way to make money. I don't have an alternative life except this. I will never go away. Straight up, you have to kill me. I will be heard. This message I have will be delivered to its recipient. Period. The only way to stop that is to stop me from living. I live for it. It's all I live for. My message is simple. The total integration of history as one thing, as one thing, as one thing, one story. That's it. That's it. It's simple. This will be our year, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't need a bunch of fucking sheep, okay? I don't need you to be sheep. I need you to be shepherds. I am not going to be streaming until this book is finished, unless there's a special occasion. Period. I'm especially not going to be streaming often. Okay, when my work is done, I'm going to be back on a normal schedule, and it's going to be even more, right? But you need to hold out, and you need to fucking hold the line in my absence. Drill this in your head. If Haas is absent, you need to be working 10 times harder. And do it in your own way, I don't care. Look at what RTSG is doing. You don't have to spread my face. You don't have to spread me. Spread the message. Spread it in your own way. I don't care. Keep the integrity. Keep the integrity of what this is. Hold the fucking line. Do it however you can, in whatever way you see fit. As you guys can see, I'm taking a big fucking risk because I'm not making money doing this. I'm not. And I'm hoping that this book is so fucking successful that, you know, it'll make a fuck ton and I'll be set for whatever needs to be done this year. I'm taking a risk though, okay? I'm not slacking. I'm not having fun. And this is what I need you to understand. I haven't given up. I haven't given up. Okay? I have not given up. If there's any message you need to fucking take away, I am not even 1% close to giving up. If you don't see me streaming, it's because I'm fucking working really hard. Otherwise, I'd be streaming, trust me. Okay? I am not even 1% less energy. As a matter of fact, I have an abundance and excess of energy right now. Okay? Don't take my silence to mean this shit is dying off, because it's not. It's just getting started. I need you guys to fucking hold the line and understand that, though. I really do. I need you to appreciate that. I need you to appreciate there's a plan here, okay? And if I don't release this book, there's no way this plan will come to fruition. This book needs to be finished. It needs to be finished. It needs to be released. It needs to happen. And you guys need to fucking read it when it's done. Oh, man. Guys, always remember what this is about. They say, why communism? Why communism? Because we're not taking shortcuts. We're not giving you half of the story. We're not giving you a piece of reality. We're giving you all of it. All of it. This is what Marxism was about, by the way. All of these people in Marx's time, you know, most of them called themselves communists, right? But then Marx said, how can this be communism? When you're ignoring the basic reality right in front of your fucking nose, the proletariat, the universal existence of society. That's the universal, not this ideal you have in your fucking head. And so Marx said, no shortcuts. This is the whole of reality. Not a part. Not only one side. The entire thing. That's all it was. They say, "Oh, it's just the Jews. It's the Jews." And I say, "Which Jews?" They say, "Well, what about all these Jewish capitalists?" And then I say, "What about the other fucking capitalists?" You see? You see what separates us? They say, look at all these Jewish powerful. What about all the fucking ruling class, though? The whole thing. The whole system. Not just a fucking part of it. The whole fucking system. That's why we're communists. That's what this is about. The entire fucking thing. But it's just no. It's the whole fucking thing. It's the entire system. It's the entire fucking system. Not a small part of it. It's the entire fucking system. It's the entire culmination of history. Yes. The blood of conquerors runs through our fucking veins. Yes. You think so much separates us from Napoleon, from Genghis Khan, from Julius Caesar? You think so much separates us from them? Really? Why? Why? How has history moved forward when we think of those names? How did history move forward while those men had the spotlight? Well, that's what communism is about. How does history move? How does it move? What is it? As a whole, as one thing, one entire thing, one reality. People live a miserable fucking existence, you know that? You wake up and you just think all of this is just here. It's all just here. Well, it wasn't here 5,000 years ago. It wasn't even here 100 years ago. Where did it fucking come from? What is this thing that we're a part of? Because we are a part of it. And somebody's responsible for it. It's not just fucking here. It's the working class that built all of this. All of it. So are you going to take responsibility for what's yours? Or are you going to continue to be a fucking bitch? And go on Twitter and watch some shit about fucking tunnels. Some Jew tunnels. We don't just want the fucking tunnels. We want the entire city. You understand? We don't just want the tunnels. We want the skyscrapers. We want the buildings. We want everything. Literally all of it. Literally all of it. Literally all of it. You show me tunnels, I show you fucking Manhattan skyline. We're taking it. Maybe just to demolish it. Because it's fucking useless. We're here for all of it. You understand? Not just the Jewish part of the ruling class. All of it. You isolate the Jewish part and you ignore everything else. That's why you're a fucking hypocrite. Because you isolate the Jewish part and then you fucking ignore everything else. Guess what? Reality's bigger than the fucking Jews. Did you know that? Reality is too big to just be Jewish. These stupid right-wingers, they think they're going to, we're so back. We're so back. Trust. This is the plan. We're so back. They think they can evade the integrity of history as one totalizing, holistic, universal. And we don't have to. I don't have to care about that. I don't have to care about that. We can just. Really? Are you sure? Are you sure about that? It's gonna come bite you in the fucking ass, one way or another. There's no shortcuts. In history, there are no shortcuts. There's no simple way around it.